So
Man,
How did she die?
she has MS. She had MS.
take somebody who's 98, imagine what they saw in 98
Bedridden
years.
and hospitalized.
Think about the last 98 years, that's a,
So it's a
that's
blessing.
a lot.
My mother-in-law, my grandmother-in-law, Bob's grandmother was.
All right, we ready to go?
97, no, I'm telling
We got
the
what we
story.
need here.
Yes.
He's got our back, remember?
That's right, he's got it back. You just hadn't got the front yet.
Oh,
Hey, live.
sorry, Ken. Just banged his ears out.
See if we're ready to roll.
We're ready.
Waiting
We're
for the
on.
light.
He didn't put the light on. Ken, do you want to put the light on?
Does that mean we're not online or
Light
something?
us up, Ken.
We can go anyway. The mics are operational. I assume he's operational back there. What does he say? Okay, hey, we're underway then. I've been looking for it, Ken. Thanks much. Welcome to this Auburn School Committee meeting. Let's begin this with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And the long list of introductions, we're going to start with Brian.
Brian Belknap, Ward 4.
Bonnie Hayes, Ward 2.
Tom Kendall, Ward 3.
Katie Grondin, Superintendent.
At Gaudier at large.
Michelle McClellan, Assistant Superintendent.
And we have excused absence for Faith, and I'm assuming at this point it's going to be Dan, but also
And Bob.
Alfreda and Bob, yes. But we have a quorum, which is necessary for us to conduct business, and we can move there. Communications, has anyone besides Katie got something to relate to the rest of the committee that's here?
It's going to snow out tonight.
What?
Snow out tonight.
No.
Yes. It's so hot. It's going to snow.
All right, that's the communication to the rest of the committee. That's a prediction by Bonnie. We're ready to go. All right, Katie has a couple things to bring us up to date, just a little bit, to let us know what's going on.
Okay. So just to make you aware that the Boston Globe is working on an article with two Columbia University students who are in their fellowship. What the students do is they pitch a story to many news outlets, and the Boston Globe is interested in the story. And so we've been working with them, the Boston Globe, to make sure that it's a balanced article regarding things at Edward Little High School with talking to some students. And so we're not sure,
If it'll be
if
published.
it'll be published. Right now, it's online to go be published this weekend. So if it is, I will send you the link to the article so that you may have it. And we're hoping a balanced perspective. Students have their perspectives. We have our perspectives.
What's it about, Kitty?
So it's connected with, the students came to, just a little background, to Lewiston when that Kennedy Park incident occurred.
These are the two reporters.
The two reporters. And so when they were talking to students, some EL students were also in the dialogue around racial discrimination and so forth. And so they shared a couple of things that had happened to them. And through that, they thought Lewiston had a lot of press. And so they were looking at Edward Little and what goes on, across the river, because we're very close and dynamic. So that's where the story, it's a story of what's happening nationwide. So it's what is that tenor nationwide with all that's going on in the country, and we're kind of an example of, things that are happening nationwide. And so we've done a ton of work at EL. So the Boston Globe is working with us to understand, to make sure the facts are the facts. And so we've shared with them all the things we're doing, all the things we have done, the work we have planned for this year, because you remember when we worked with Steve Wessler, Pat? And so, there's been many things done over the years. So students have a right to their perspective, and we're also giving our perspective of what's going on, and so there will be some things that you know,
It's possible it will not get published, but right now it's, I guess it's on the schedule that
Right.
there's currently a fact checker checking the content of the story, and we've been in touch with that fact checker, trying to keep it balanced and accurate, and we'll just see if it goes forward or not.
the reporters have spoken to me, to Scott, to Aaron Towns, as another staff member, and they spoke to Robin Fleck, but she's not quoted in the article. But the three of us will be quoted in the article. And then the students obviously will be portrayed in the article as well.
Very good. We got anything else?
Did you want me to update on upcoming meetings in the communication? You want me to do that later?
We can do that under upcoming meetings, which would be appropriate.
Yeah, I don't, yeah, okay. That sounds good, Tom. Connected with the consent agenda, I would say you saw the big article about the number of teachers needed statewide and across the river, and we right now are in need of 3 teachers, a 5th grade teacher and 2 special ed teachers at Sherwood Heights School.
Are those for the new program?
No, the new program has been hired.
Oh, it has?
Yes, we
Very
have a
good.
teacher for the new program. We have, of the 4 ed techs, I believe 2 have been hired. So they're on a good streak there. We were very fortunate to have a highly qualified special ed teacher leave another district to come join us for the program.
Wow.
So we're excited. And we're just, but it's everywhere. Talking to my colleagues at a conference this week on Monday, everybody's, don't you call some, but people are moving around
Bus
and
drivers. Sort of like bus drivers.
kind of like bus drivers, right?
And ed techs.
Ed techs. But it's the way that we knew this was coming, and I'll tell you a story. I was at Hannaford, and one of our former students, I don't think he'd mind me saying this, Christian, was putting away he stocks the shelves or whatever. And so I said, "Oh, Christian," I said, "where are you going to school again?" And he said, University of Maine, Farmington. And I said, "Well, what do you want to do?" He goes, "I want to be an elementary teacher." I said, "Can I draft you now?" Because he's an athlete. "I want to draft you now. And you are to come back after you graduate. I want you to ask to intern with us." And he goes, "I am. I plan on." I said, "And Kobe, who works up front, I've already told him he's coming. So we have 2.
Getting covered, that's it.
In how many years?
Well, Kobe, I think, graduates, I think he's a senior this year at UMF. What's interesting is Kobe was in the program at Sherwood Heights School that we did for early elementary, and we have other students that have been in that program that we're going to be watching graduate. CJ Gibson's one of them, and so they were in that program and they want to come back. And Kobe had told me, I've seen him a couple times, "I'm looking forward to it." I said, "We're looking forward to it too, Kobe." Would he be a junior, do you remember? Maybe he's going to be a junior this year. But now Christian, believe me, I'll be keeping an eye on him at Hannaford. So, but you almost have to. You almost have to
Recruiting, absolutely.
recruit now.
You gotta recruit now.
And, we may have to think out of the box on that, pay for students to go to school to be a teacher, and then they pay us back, we're going to have to come up with some creative ways.
Well, don't tell all our secrets yet.
Well,
right.
and no one hears from the Sun Journal, so maybe out there in the world you're hearing it, but
All right. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay. Moving on to the consent agenda, which is the approval of this agenda, approval of our minutes of the July 24th meeting, and the certificated nominations, of which was an addendum, an additional 3. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second? Good. Any further discussions, concerns? Hearing none. All those in favor? We all must vote. Very good. It's all unanimous. We love it for those that are here. Upcoming meetings. Now you're on, Katie.
Okay, so, and I'll put this out to everyone just so when I update the calendar for the new school year. So Tom and I met today, and went over the requests for certain agenda items. So Scott and I spoke today about possibly doing an update on the August 21st on their grading policy that the staff has reviewed, he's been reviewing, and so just to let people know what are the changes and why are there changes coming forward. It's pretty much the same. There's some tweaking around grading, but it sounds like people would like to hear from EL on what the update will be. We're looking at September 11th for teacher turnover, because there was a request to talk about what is the patterns for teacher turnover. Did I
Is
say
that
the
the 4th? You
4th?
said
The
the
4th,
11th,
excuse me, then I'm off on my dates here. Yeah, September 4th, the first week, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pat. And then September 18th, we're going to add a date. So that would be, no, then that means the 11th for that. I'm way off.
Yeah.
So September 11th, not the 18th, the 11th, there'll be a workshop at 6 o'clock to go over superintendent's evaluation. We feel that should be on its own date rather than trying to do it before or after and people being, yeah. Oh, I know what I had. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Then we would do in October a request to go over what are we doing concerning our test scores. So you did have one presentation about all the work we plan to do. We have retreat coming up next Monday and Tuesday. After retreat, our administrators will be working with their buildings, and so I think October is an appropriate time to kind of put everything into one document to show the community and all of you the work we have planned for the school year in relation to that and any long-term plans that are in the works. October 16th, we have scheduled a vote on a contract, my contract extension for the 16th. So Tom's going to talk to all of you during the workshop on my evaluation, what the process will be and so forth.
Actually, we're going
that.
to start the evaluation now, because you're all
Right.
going to get, you're going to get your forms to complete and resubmit to me along with some administrators.
Right.
And then we will meet and discuss that per policy.
Right.
And move forward with that. So that'll be happening shortly. You should be getting those forms this month. And I would like them back early September as complete as you.
Before the 11th,
okay,
yeah.
Before the,
I think
the
we had
4th.
said the 6th. We're going to shoot for,
before the 4th.
Electronically, Tom?
no, you're going to,
Oh, do the 6th?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everything will be due the 6th and
Yeah,
then the
electronic's
11th.
going to be fine if you want to do it that way.
So Roz will get all that out to
Yep.
everyone. Okay, so that I think covers what people have requested in upcoming meetings.
Very good.
So
Any more?
these items for discussion, for whatever, workshop or whatever.
Right.
Is it a majority, or is it one person that has asked for these, or what?
Well,
It's been requested, and Katie and I have approved it, basically.
Right. well, teacher turnover,
Yeah.
Michelle's putting some data together. It's not, I don't think it's going to be long. It's just kind of telling people what the themes are. And then the grading is just an update. You heard about it last year, so Scott's just going to update. And then the test scores, you know, doesn't hurt to review all the work we did at retreat and what we're starting the year, so we can do all that. So it all kind of fits together, to be honest.
So do we have a procedure other than requesting, like,
It's requesting it comes to myself and Katie, and we actually decide what's on the agenda.
so the city council has a request policy that says 2 or more of their councilors have to request an item to be brought to the agenda. We don't have that policy. Okay.
No, and I think we've had some nights where somebody's brought something up, and you, I think, Tom, you've asked the group. Like, if I said I would like to talk about the roof on whatever, he would say, does everybody else want to talk about the roof? No, we're not going to talk about the roof. But if it's something else, do you want to talk about a plan for the test score? Yeah, you know, So I think we've done it depending on,
Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Yep. We do not have a need for an executive session this evening, and hearing nothing else, unless someone has some new business they wish to bring forward, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor? Very good, I declare us adjourned.